contribution.
Member for Kwanza.
At long last, Mr. Speaker, thank you so much for the chance. I think the Act itself, we need to look at the Act. And I think this House has the responsibility at least to be able to affirm that this Act has weakened the whole philosophy as such. I'm saying this because witnessing what is happening, particularly the way the youths and even the elderly are participating in this this so-called betting, lottery, and the Act itself actually allows for anybody to do whatever you can do. But Mr. Speaker, call a spade a spade. I know for sure people talked about people getting weak and what have you financially. It is true, Mr. Speaker, I have cases where I've witnessed that actually a family in my locality where the husband took money because of this game gambling, and they used up to about 150,000 shillings that actually been sent by the son who's working overseas. And there was that disagreement with the family. And of course, what happens is people start fighting, physically fighting, and ended up actually somebody getting injured. I was called in and I said, now how do I get involved? But it looks like we should do something about this, because if you let it go like that and we don't resolve, we don't change the regulation, I think we have got more cases that are not made. In fact, as somebody mentioned, we have this country known for gambling. And I've known cases where students actually get money, they're supposed to be going, and the parent looks for money, gives a student to go to school, and because it's a game, Liverpool against whatever, maybe Manchester United, and the radio, the media actually going to say who's going to win. And the boy actually didn't even reach school. He books himself a hotel to witness who is going to win, only to find that a friend of the family was in that particular hotel and was, you know, what is this boy doing in the hotel? He was actually waiting to do the gambling. So we should actually, and then of course what happens, the boy gets into and is addicted to the whole thing. And Mr. Speaker, I can tell you, the boy was very bright. Today he's not there. Ayuko Sai is not in school. He's now loitering around looking for jobs. So I want us to look at this because it affects the families financially. It leads, as the proposer said, it leads even the family breakup. And therefore we should do something about it. Mr. Speaker, I also want to say that there are those who feel they should get money by hook and crook. Somebody calls me and tells me, you know, I've said in Kiswahili, say nimelala njaa, watoto wanalala njaa Kiswahili, in the quotes, that the family doesn't have anything. So he goes looking for the money and just to be able to have the money to do the gambling. So I want us to, as a lawmaker, I want to suggest, Mr. Speaker, that we actually have to have this because of the trend for which it was meant actually has diverted and is causing a lot of suffering to our people in this country. And therefore we should actually resolve, and whichever ministries, I've just been asking my neighbor, which ministry actually controls this, be able to control this betting and the gambling issue so that it can be able to get a rid of the whole system.
The member for Kwanza, where I'm seated here and are listening to members, it seems this is a society issue.
Yes.
It seems this is an issue that the law will not correct. And I would imagine that members should be thinking of how best we deal with this away from the law. But I digress, just go on.
No, Mr. Speaker, we are lawmakers. We have got to change to regulate, to change the regulation, even if it means now doing away with the law, so that we live as a Muslim society. Let it be that, because there's nothing we're gaining from it. I know the government gets some little income from the same, but surely, what about the family, the status of the family members? I think that's more important, because I represent the members, the people. I don't care how much you can get. You cannot get money from elsewhere. But look at the media itself. It's actually the one promoting this kind of thing. Look at what is happening around. You go to some places in the River Road, and these are there. And you find boys have lined up, girls are lined up, and what happens? They are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Some of them sort of looking for jobs. They are there gambling, hoping they'll be able to get at the end of the day, be able to get the money. And of course, they get nothing. And when they don't get nothing, what happens? It becomes a criminal. So we are actually in the ways trying to solve the problem for the future of this country. And therefore, let's go even the Muslim way, where we do away with this for some time, and until we get ourselves actually soaked up, get ourselves lined up in the right way, and then we can introduce this maybe 10 years to come. I may not be here at that time. But as it is, Mr. Speaker, I am against this act has actually ruined the whole country. And therefore, I support the motion, and this is for solve either to get to change the act, or altogether have the whatever members are going to suggest here positively to be able to help the society. Otherwise, we are going to ruin the society and be held responsible in the future. What did you do at your time? I support the motion.
Thank you. Member for Marsabit. I think Member for Marsabit will be the last to contribute on this. Then we'll call the member to reply.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.